Hi and welcome to Treasurie. Today we're going to learn how to make this beautiful blanket. And guess what? It only uses double crochet stitches. So we have our lovely granny squares on the border and then this beautiful chevron pattern, all in double crochet. So it's really easy even though it's quite fancy looking. You're going to need a chunky yarn. I've used Hue and Me by Lion Brand, which is a wool blend chunky yarn. And you'll need a 6.5mm hook. That's it, let's get started. Let's learn how to make our squares. Slip knot and put it on the hook. Chain 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Insert your hook into the first chain and slip stitch. Now if you know how to do a magic ring, then fantastic, you can do that instead. But this little method with the chains is for beginners. Chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. Now double crochet into the ring. Make sure you're crocheting over this tail because that way we can pull it tight and make the hole in the middle smaller. Double crochet is yarn over, insert, yarn over and pull through, 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2 and yarn over, pull through 2. One more double crochet. We now have a cluster of 3. Which looks like that. Chain 2 for the corner. 3 double crochet into the ring for the next cluster. That is 1, 2 and 3. So you can move that around. Chain 2 for the next corner. If you've never made a granny square before, I have a really slow tutorial on how to make a granny square. We're now up to the next one. So same 3 double crochet into the ring. That is 1, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and we have 3 clusters, so we need one more. That's our 4 clusters. Now we need to join it, so we need one more corner, so chain 2 and join it into the 3rd chain with a slip stitch. So insert, yarn over, pull through and then pull through the one on the hook. And that's our tan colour. We can fasten off, and ideally you'll weave as you go. And remember how we crocheted over that tail? If you pull it tight, look at that, there's no hole now, and you can just weave those in. Now to change colour, here's our new colour, slip knot. Insert your hook into any of the corners and pull that slip knot through. And chain 3. 1, 2 and 3. To complete that first cluster, we're going to 2 double crochet into that corner. 1 and 2. There's our first cluster. Chain 2 for the corner. Move that along and 3 more double crochet into the same corner. 1, 2 and 3. There's the corner. Across to the next corner and just the same, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. and 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and 3 more double crochet in that corner. There we go, 2 corners. Moving to the next corner, and just the same as this one, and then we'll move to our final corner and just the same, and I'll show you how to join it up. There's the next 2 corners complete, and we need to join it by slip stitching in that 3rd chain. There we go, and once again we can fasten off. Okay, round 3, which is the cream. Nothing new here. We've got our corners and the middle, all just clusters of 3. Join in any corner, chain 3, 2 double crochet into that corner, that completes our first cluster, chain 2, 3 double crochet into the same corner, here's our first corner, which was like the row below. Only difference in this row, we have a side. So in the side, 3 double crochet cluster. There we go, that's our side. And then just continue all the way around. We have our corner, the same as below, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, a side cluster, another corner, side, and then you will join it up with the slip stitch into that 3rd chain. Repeat for 1 more round of the dark green. Here's our finished granny square, and now all you need to do is replicate. We now need to work out the blanket width, so turn your square on the diagonal. Measure, mine is 9 inches, so if I wanted an 81-inch blanket, I would make 9 squares. You can see the pattern for some suggested widths of your blanket. Start making more granny squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Before you move on to the next part of the blanket, block all your granny squares, that way they'll have nice corners. We're now going to join our granny squares together, and just so you can visualize, they're all going to be joined across the diagonal. So grab your first square, insert your hook into a corner, slip knot on the end, and do a slip stitch to join it on, and then 1 single crochet into the corner. We wanted a single crochet all the way along to the other side. Just in case you can't remember single crochet, it is insert, yarn over and pull through. We have 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2. So single crochet into each stitch to the next corner. We're at the corner, 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet. So there was the 1 single crochet at the end and then 2 in the top corners. You're now going to single crochet all the way to the next corner. And 1 single crochet into this corner, but just the 1 this time, because we're going to grab our next square and single crochet into the next corner. So the 2 corners are side by side. Now single crochet across the side. We're at the corner again, 2 single crochet and another side. And this is our second corner, so if we just straighten it out and you can visualize, so we've got a row of single crochet, the 2 in the corner, down, and then we have 1 and 1 to join them, up, 2 single crochet, and we're at another corner, so that will just be the 1 single crochet. Grab your next piece and join that on. So continue that for the width of your blanket. I'll keep going and show you the finished border in a moment. Here we go, all joined together. I've decided to just go with 5 because if I use the 7, it just wouldn't fit on my table. So as you see, I've started here, and for the last one, make sure you go up and to the side, and that's just one single crochet in that very last piece. And that's our border. Before you go on, do some double checking. Make sure all your pieces are facing up the right way, and just make sure that all your pieces are looking like diamonds. If you find one in the middle that's sort of looking like a flag, that means you haven't done the 2 sides. I did that a couple of times, so there's a troubleshooting tip for you, so you don't do the same. After you've fastened off, go all the way back to the beginning. Okay, and we're going to join this nice beige. Here we go, we've got our pieces joined together. Obviously you'll have more than just 2, but that's what fits on the camera. Now we're going to join our tan colour into this side here. So make sure, don't make a mistake and go up here, but we're joining it on the end. Let's zoom in. There we go. Okay, join it into the single crochet stitch, so not the actual corner. We have our slip knot and pull that through. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and do 3 double crochet into that 3rd stitch. 1, 2, and 3, and we have a nice little cluster. You're going to do clusters all the way up to the top, so skip 2, cluster. Okay, we have our chains and then our first 4 clusters, and we're up to the peak. At the peak we're going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and now we're going to skip 2, 1, 2, which is those 2 that went into the corner, and then another cluster on the other side. Okay, there we are. So we just skip, and then continue along here. So you need the 4 clusters on this side. So skip 2, cluster. So we're at the valley and we're going to skip 6. 1, 2, 3, that's that side. 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to do a cluster into the next one. And you can see that's going to sit like that and give us our nice diamond shape. So just continue that. So we have 3 more clusters on this side, then we have the chain 3 at the top as we skip over here, and then 4 clusters down the side, and then I'll show you where we are. On the final edge we're going to skip 2 and then do a double crochet, just a single double crochet into the last one. So double crochet into the last stitch, and that way the beginning chain and the double crochet there match. So turn, and next row. This row 2 is going to be our repeating rows, so pay attention on row 2 because that's what you're going to repeat for the rest of the blanket. It's quite similar to this. Chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and now we're going to do our clusters in the gaps. but we will be skipping this first gap at the base of the chain and moving across to the gap here. So cluster in that gap. And that's what keeps the edges straight. So if you imagine when it's upright, this is going to keep straight. Okay, so we have another 2 gaps here for our clusters. And 2. So we've got 3 clusters and we need 1 more. We're up to the chain, which is our peak, and the peak is going to be the same as in a granny square. 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet. Here we go. Now that gap's a little bit bigger because it's our first one, but next time your gap will be small and that will give a nice straight line going up. So now we have 1, 2, 3 more gaps to fill in, and that'll be our 4th one. We have our 4 clusters here and we're at the valley, and we're going to skip this. So skip the valley and come over to this side for your next cluster. If you're worried about skipping the valleys, just put a marker in here to remind you each time. So just doing our cluster on the other side so I can show you what that looks like. And you can see that's giving a nice diamond shape there. So just continue. Here's our final side complete. It's quite easy actually because you always just count 4 clusters on each side. And we're going to do a double crochet into the 3rd chain at the very end. And that's it. And once again, it matches the beginning. And now all you have to do is go away and repeat row 2. Here's our bird's eye view. I've been climbing up and down on the desk a lot today to move the camera up, and you can see it looks really beautiful. And all you need to do is continue going up, repeating that row 2. Final step is the tassels. Here we have 10 pieces of yarn, 16 inches each. Just fold that in half. Take your hook and put it through the corner and pull that through. There we go. And you can just take the tail, just flatten it out first, take the tail and pull that through. Just straighten them out and then just very gently pull that. And then you can cut the ends nice and neatly. Thanks for watching this tutorial. I hope you had fun making your blanket, and I think it's a really striking look. And I'll see you next time with the next tutorial.